Okay, welcome to day 2. You did it. I'm sure you rocked day number 1. Hey, if you have not already done this, post your takeaways and your feedback from day number 1 on social media and tag me. I would love to hear what you're loving and what you're thinking about the training and what I'm sharing with you so far. And make sure you're in our Facebook community. Of course, this 3-day challenge, I'm digging into some stuff, but this is just the basics of the things that I want to help you with. And when you're in our Facebook community, you get surrounded by other like-minded women, not just myself. Of course, you'll get full support from me in there, but also other like-minded women who want to grow alongside you, who want to cheer you on and encourage you. And we're going to be digging in even deeper in that community on all things boss mommyhood, time management, health, financial, all of the things. So make sure you're in the group. So let's get into day number 2's challenge, which is take charge of your life. Woo! Have you ever felt like your schedule is running you instead of you running your schedule and loving your life and thriving? Oh man, I've been there too. I am a habitually busy person. I've been busy my whole life. One of my mentors once told me that busyness is one of the most toxic curses of our society. We all wear busyness like a badge of honor. And the reality is, you guys, is that you can choose to be busy or you can choose to be productive. Sure, it feels good to be busy, but if you've ever laid your head down at the end of the day and just felt like you don't even know what happened, but you're exhausted, how great would it feel to shift, to lay your head down at the end of the day and be like, yes, I killed it today. I moved the needle forward in my marriage, in my life, in my mommyhood, in my business, in my health, whatever it is, but that you're actually making progress. And that is the difference. You are not a victim to your schedule. You get to be in control of what goes on your schedule and what does not go on your schedule. I really want to challenge you today to get clear on what matters most to you and then prioritize those things on your calendar before anything else gets to go on there. Put your top priorities first. And then ask yourself, what do you need to say no to? What has been on your calendar for years that you just do out of obligation or you just do because you've always done it and it's not making a difference, or it's just a time sucker? What are those things you need to say no to? So here's your first action item for day number 2, and that is I want you to write out what are your top 5 most important yeses in your week. So your top 5 priorities that matter the most for your life. Here's my personal 5 just to give you some ideas. My top 5 are my marriage, my family time, my health, my faith, and my business. And those 5 things, marriage, family, health, faith, and building my network marketing business, are the 5 things that go on my calendar before anything else gets me. And it has become the most empowering thing. I actually started doing this when I was pregnant with Granson. At that time, I was really apprehensive about what mom life was going to look like. I was a super successful businesswoman, entrepreneur, and I rocked at my business. And I knew a lot of moms that they didn't have great predictions of what I could expect as a new mom. And I would ask people what's the schedule going to look like? How can I make this all work? And people were like, oh, it's unpredictable. You'll just have to find out. And I am a planner. I did not like that. And I was like, man, no, I don't want to be a victim to just whatever happens. Of course you have to be flexible and things happen and come up, but I want to go into mommyhood with a general game plan that I can love my life and I can thrive. And so I got a blank calendar at a glance of a week, and I decided to map out my ideal schedule based on those priorities. Here's the one I have that I kind of remade it once I went into toddlerhood with Granson, but that's like the basics. I just color coded a week at a glance of what my dream life would look like. Not what's the life that I think I'm gonna have, but if I could live my ideal dream life, what would that look like? What time of day would things happen? Where would my time be spent? And it was so cool. I put that on paper. I called my husband and I said, so I mapped out my dream life as a new mom, and I just decided that we're going to figure out a way to make this real. And that's what I did as a new mom, is me and my husband together committed that we were going to implement the schedule that I wanted to have, the family time, the work schedule, and just figure it out. And It served me so well. Let me tell you the top 4 benefits that I found in mapping out my calendar proactively to create my dream life instead of reactively. Number 1 is it made me kind of what I just said, proactive versus reactive. I went into each day with an actual plan for what I was doing and why, instead of waking up and feeling frazzled and then just reacting to whatever flows into my life. Oh, it was so stressful. Number 2 is it prevents burnout. When you plan out your life proactively, you're energized, you're excited because you're living a life you want to live instead of living out of obligation or just doing what you feel like you're supposed to do to get through the day. Number 3 is that increased my peace and my joy. Would you be excited just about more peace, harmony, and joy as you're living your life? And number 4 is progress. How great would it feel if 6 months from now you could look back on your calendar and be like, wow, I've actually made a lot of progress in whatever goals that you have for your life. Wouldn't that feel amazing instead of continuing to be stuck? That is the difference that it makes when you choose to take charge of your schedule and plan it out. And not just plan out what you have to do, but plan out what you want to do and how you want to thrive. One of my mentors once said to me that success is a choice. And I really agree with that. You can choose to create your dream life and then figure out a way to make it real. And I know that you can because I've done it myself. So the last thing I want to touch on before we wrap up day 2 is, besides taking charge of your life on your calendar, I want you to take charge of your life in your circle and I want to help you get a grittier circle. Here's the facts, you guys. You become like the people you surround yourself with. I remember when I was pregnant with Grandson, I kind of mentioned this, but I was apprehensive. I knew a lot of moms that, either were like, oh yeah, I was super successful and then I had a kid and then I just wasn't able to be successful anymore because of all these reasons. Or, I haven't slept. Welcome to team no sleep. Or I don't brush my hair anymore. Whatever it is that these moms were telling me was really frightening to me and really discouraging and not the life I wanted to have. And I called a mentor of mine who was a mom who was rocking at business and life. And I was like, are these things real? Like, is this how I'm going to have to live? I'm going to be miserable. And she spoke life into me because she said, no, absolutely not. That is noise. And those are lies from the devil. And you get to create the life that you want to live. The most important thing is you never take advice from people you would not trade places with, and you surround yourself with people that are already where you want to be. So from that day forward, I decided to actively seek out and be mentored and surrounded by women who were rocking in mom life and their job or their business, and women that could empower me to believe that I could have my dream life. I really feel like that influence is what inspired me to create that plan sheet with my dream schedule, like I just shared with you guys. So do you want to be grittier? Do you want to thrive and love your life? Take a look at the people that you're surrounded with. Here's my 6 characteristics of gritty people. Number 1 is gritty people don't look for the easiest way to do something. They look for the most productive and beneficial way. Number 2 is gritty people focus on the long game. And then they choose today's actions based on the long game, not based on their instant gratification today. Number 3 is gritty people do not participate in drama. Number 4, gritty people recognize their emotions, they work through them, and then they release them. Gritty people don't get stuck in unforgiveness, in anxiousness, in worry, in, annoyance and conflict. They work through their emotions and then they let them go. Number 5 is gritty people own their current situation and take responsibility for their future. Here is something that set me free. It was recognizing that myself and myself only, I am in charge of my happiness and my success. You are in charge of your happiness and success, not your spouse, not your mom, not your kids, not your friends, you. You get to choose your happiness and your success, and that will empower you so much. And number 6 is gritty people look for solutions, not excuses. So, did you just hear those and you're like, well, how do I find these people? Where are they? Well, now that you know these characteristics, I want to encourage you to look for those characteristics in your current circles. So in your church group, in your mom group, in your workout club, social media, people that you follow, how can you be connected with people that already exude these characteristics? Now that you know what they are, you can empower yourself to go find them. And I will say also, building my network marketing business has been an amazing way and tool to help me build a grittier circle because I knew the characteristics that I was looking for. And when I'm building my team, I look for those characteristics in people that I want to work with. And so in result of that, I end up with a circle of women on my team who have the gritty characteristics, who are ambitious, and that grow me just as much as I grow them. So what if your current circle is not gritty? Well, there's a couple things I think is important to know. First of all, if you just recognize that, man, there's people in my life that are pulling me down, dragging me down, but I can't really get away from them because they're a coworker or a family member or something like that. One thing that is important to know is you can have people in your life that you have full exposure to, and then other people in your life that you have more limited exposure to. You can recognize that they maybe are someone that sucks energy out of you and protect yourself, limit your exposure. Sometimes there are people in your life that are just toxic that you have to eliminate those relationships. I will tell you, in most scenarios, when I've had somebody in my life that was a super toxic person, I had to get rid of that connection. It was really a lot simpler than what we make it. It doesn't have to be some like huge to-do where you like have a friend break up or something like that. A lot of times you just shift how you spend your time and where you spend your time, and it naturally shifts those people out of your life. What I found to be true is that when you show up as your best self and bring that energy to everything you do, toxic negative people are not attracted to you anymore, and you'll attract different positive people. So a lot of times those people will be eliminated just naturally. So here's your other challenge, well, all your challenges for today. Complete your ideal week at a glance. Get a blank week at a glance and map your ideal week out on paper, post it on social media and tag me, and then join our Facebook group, join the community, be a part of this awesome movement, and leave your feedback there for what you loved from day 2. Have a great day.